What is the difference between workgroup and access group? A workgroup is an instance of the data admin workgroup class. A workgroup can identify a user who is a supervisor, together with a set of workers and work baskets that report to that supervisor. An access group is an instance of the data admin operator access group class. Access groups make a set of rule set versions available to requesters. Developers define access groups and associate an access group with each user, each data admin operator ID instance. Typically, multiple users are associated with or belong to one access group. The access group associated with a user affects access control by determining the portal layout that a user sees first after logging in, the local customization rule set name and rule set version. These usually are defaulted whenever this user creates a new rule instance. The application rule for this user. Optionally, the access roles available to this user. How to associate an operator with a work basket. In a work group, we can associate an operator with a manager and a work basket. What are access roles and how they work at runtime? Can we create our own access roles? If yes, explain with an example. An access role is an instance of the rule access role name class. Use an access role name to convey permissions, capabilities, to a user or a group of users. Access roles can be referenced in requester instances, operator ID instances, in access group instances, in activities, and in queries. At login, the system assembles a set of roles for a user based on information in a user's requester instance, operator ID instance, and the associated access group instance. Access roles influence which classes a user can view, update, and delete, and so on through the access of role to object and access deny rule types. Example. Create an instance of rule access role name. To grant access to a user for a particular class, create an instance of rule access role obj. For each of the 8 categories in the array, you can enter an access when rule name or a numeric value between 1 and 5. If at runtime, the production level of your process commander system is not greater than the numeric value, then users with the specified access role can perform the operation on objects of that class. If an access when rule evaluates to true at runtime, the users with the specified access role can perform the operation. Production level is set in data admin system. What is a portal and how can it be customized for different users? The Process Commander portals support 2 user communities. The Developer portal provides an integrated work, test, and development environment to support application developers. Customization of the Developer portal is typically not necessary and ordinarily limited to menus and skins. User portals support managers and users of applications workers, as they enter, update, and resolve work objects. User portals may be customized to reflect the terminology, layout, facilities, and styles appropriate to each user community. This developer portal provides quick access to dozens of tools, wizards, reports, and other capabilities. The appearance and function of our Process Commander portal depends on information in our access group which references a portal rule, portal rule type. We can create our own portals and define new gadgets, instances of data gadget. Data gadget contains simple HTML rules. We can change the Pega logo as well. Define access group and its functionality. Access group controls the security basing on the job functions. It is instance of data admin operator access group. Various aspects that can be controlled through access group are default and available types of works, also called as work pools. Primary rule sets, access control to rule sets. Assigned roles. Portal layout. Default rule set for making changes, default rule set whenever the user creates/saves as the rule. What is the order in which rule set list is constructed? Requester, organization, division, access group is the order in which this list is constructed. In access group, application rule set list is in bottom and production rule set is on top of it. It follows top-down approach. What is rule set? A rule set name is an instance of the rule set name rule type. Each rule set defines a major subset of rules in the Pega RULES database, because every instance of every rule type references or belongs to a rule set. A rule set name is a major aspect in access control, grouping interrelated rules, managing the rules, moving applications, sets of rules, from one process commander system to another. Process commander itself consists of 6 standard rule sets. Pega definition, standard rules supporting direct capture of objectives features. Pega Procom, standard rules that support business process management, BPM, applications. Pega INSFX, standard rules that support integration. Pega WB, standard rules that support the portal infrastructure. Pega rules, standard rules that support business rules engine and rule resolution. Check-in candidates, optional. Empty, used by rule check-in processing. Version January 1st, 01 is not locked. Any application developer who can check out rules has a private rule set. The system creates each private rule set automatically named to match the developer's operator ID value. We create one rule set per application. Rule set names are part of SYS admin category. What is rule set versioning? Explain major, minor, and patch. A rule set version is an instance of the rule set version rule type. The version number in the form AAAAA defines 6 digits in 3 groups that characterize the evolution and development of a rule instance, and of the application it belongs with. The 3 segments are known as the major version, minor version, and patch version. For example, Loan Admin 01-02-03. Here, 01, major version. 02, minor version. 03, patch version. Major for entirely new functionalities or major releases, the first 2 digits of the version is incremented. Minor for enhancements, middle 2 digits are incremented. Patch for bug fixes, last 2 digits are incremented. Rule resolution algorithm uses version numbers to find the most appropriate single rule instances to execute in a specific situation. Few rules are non-versioned. Application, class, rule set. Rule set version, access deny, library. Explain about rule set types and the priority given in rule resolution. Application rule set is a rule set that appears in any of the following form fields. On the General tab of the application rule referenced in the access group for a requester, when the current work pool is part of this application. Recursively, on the General tab of a parent application rule, if they include parent checkbox on the General tab of a child application is checked. In the local customization field on the Settings tab of the access group. Production rule set is a rule set that has the type field set to standard, on the Category tab of the rule set form, and that typically has at least one open, not secured, rule set version. Production rule sets are listed on the General tab of an application rule and on the Layout tab of the access group form. The application rule set does not include rules in rule sets listed in the production rule sets array of the access tab. During rule resolution, the system first priority given to production rule sets. First, search the rules in rule sets available in production rule set. Next, searches the rules in the rule sets listed in application rule sets. First using the topmost rule set name and version on the list, then the next, and so on. Override rule set versions, the top layer are searched first, the Pega rules rule set is searched last. Ignores any rule instances that match a rule set on the list but contain versions higher than the version on the list.